Hey Fit Fam, RJ here. Today I'm going to show you how to use these gray cable machines. Now the first thing is that when you're changing the weights, we want to make sure that we're doing them properly. Now these cables, these ropes, these cables, they all have weight to them, so what happens is the lightest weight will lift itself up. So you want to make sure that you have this on here so it holds it down a little bit, but most of the time it won't hold it down all the way and you'll be struggling to pull the pin out. Okay, so what happens is you got to make sure that you put your fingers or your palm on here to put the weight stack down. Then you pull the weight out, put the pin in, make sure it's all the way in, your hands are clear. Alright, so that's the first thing. The second thing I want to show you is how you're going to be able to lift these weights off without falling backwards. A lot of people are grabbing the weights and then they're tripping back because they either have too light of a weight, because if it was too heavy they would just fall forward, but it might be too light, and so what happens is they don't have the center balance and they end up falling backwards. So I'm going to show you how to do a squat with the ropes. We don't often use the ropes for squats, but I'm going to show you because it's going to lead into the next exercise. So just like we did with the kettlebells and the dumbbells, you want to get your feet outside of this cable unit. Doesn't matter where you are. I like to go this way just because it's a little bit more roomier. You want to get your feet between here, you want to bend your knees, and then you want to walk back. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, if you see my side here, I'm not here and I'm not standing up here. I am squatting right down like I'm sitting in my car. And when you do your squats, you want to make sure that you're back far enough that this thing isn't banging every single time, because that's just making it easier for you. You want to make sure that you're back, and it might break the machine. You want to make sure that you're back far enough so you're comfortable and you can squat down to 90. See that? Nice smooth motion. I'm still going pretty much up and down. I'm not leaning back. I'm not going to fall forward. So squat down, up, keeping my back upright. Now when you're going to put the weights down, make sure that you walk them in nice and tight and you place them down. The less noise you make with the weight stack, the better. So let's try that again. Walk, put it down. So when you're pulling it back, it's like you're pulling a husky. Small steps, same thing. When you're going back, then you move on to your next exercise. So that's number one. So now I'm going to change the weight and I'm going to show you how to do hammer curls. So again, you come in here. So if I have this up right now, see how the pin is really restricted? If I take the load off, the pin comes out so smooth. Alright? Now I'm all set. When we're doing anything like a curl, again, you want to get it nice and tight. You want to be as close to this machine as possible, but not so close that the weight stack is touching. You want to have the weight stack off about 2 inches, standing straight up, elbows to the side, and we're doing bicep curls. It's like you had 2 beverages in your hand and you're lifting the beverages up towards your face. Keep your elbows glued in at your side, standing nice and tall, looking at the machine, curling it, curling it. Okay? Faster up, nice and slow down to take advantage of that eccentric load. Now when you're putting the weights back, again, do not drop them, guys. Let's bend the knees, let it lower, minimize that sound. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is a tricep extension. Now you shouldn't have to adjust this machine, but let's say you're on vacation and they have one of these machines and you know a ton of exercises from us, so you're going to be able to effectively use them. But if you do need to adjust it, then what you're going to do is you're going to grab this lever and you're going to grab the cam here, okay? You're going to grab the lever and at the same time you're going to slowly slide it up. You don't want to slide it up too fast because you might break it. When you get to this point, you switch your hand underneath, keep holding the lever, make sure that it's locked in. I've seen this where people have left it not locked in and it's fallen down on them. Keep it locked in, okay? The weight should be good. With this one, again, you want to get it nice and tight, but not so tight that the weight stack is stuck on the stack. You want to back up a little bit, keeping your body upright. Again, engage your low back, keep your core muscles tight, elbows at your side, and it's the opposite of what you're doing. So you're going straight down, up to 90, straight down, and I'm standing nice and tall. I'm not doing this. This is not the exercise that we're doing. We want to get in tight, straight down. That's a rope tricep extension. Now this is another difficult one that people often make mistakes with the tricep. This is called a straight arm pull down. Now what you want to do is you want to grab this and you want to imagine as if you're laying on a surfboard. I don't know how many of us have surfed, but imagine you had a surfboard or you're out in the middle of the ocean how would you want to paddle? Well, you would have this board flat on your body, and you would want to keep your arms out to the side, and you want to try and reach up. Imagine you're flat on the floor. You want to reach up, and you want to get as much water as possible. The same thing goes with the straight arm pull down. With this, back it up just like you would for anything with the squats, whatever. Then you want to get it right over. So you want to try and get your chest down flat to the floor, just like we did with the rows, and you want to go straight down. Now with the ropes, you have two options. You can bring them down between your legs, or you can go outside your legs. These are a bit of a shorter rope, so you want to go between your legs. Two key things here. My arms are straight. It's a lot different than this. This is triceps. This is, I don't know what this is. This is the straight arm pull down. Okay, at this pace, faster down, stroke, recover. Stroke, recover. When you're putting the weights back, walk it like you're holding a big husky. Minimize the amount of contact on the weight step. Now I'm going to show you how to do a high rope. We generally have these preset for you. So what you want to do is you want to grab the cables here. And again, this is a longer cable. So watch my feet. I'm going to get you to back up a bit, AJ. And just watch how my body gets these set. Okay? I get my feet wide, and I can see the weight stacks off at least 6 inches. And my feet are outside of the metal part. And we're driving the elbows up. Now remember, you don't want to be leaning back. You want to sit down so you're nice and strong so you don't get pulled forward every single time. You want to drive your elbows up. Okay, so I'm going to come around here, and you can see my back. My elbows are driving up. I'm still in that strong squat position, so even if somebody were to push me side to side, I'd still be able to move. Imagine you were water skiing, right? You want to be strong in your feet, elbows up, elbows up. Walk it forward, put the weight down gently, put it back. Then the next one I'm going to show you is how to do a cable chest press. So you want to raise this, okay, somewhere around there. I like to go just a little bit higher than eye level. You want to grab the cables, and this is where it gets tough. So you got to plant your foot. So I'm going to get you to focus on my foot here. Okay, you got to plant your foot, and you got to walk yourself out, and you got to get down nice and strong. So this is your starting position. You can see my elbows are in a strong position, just like I was on the floor with the chest press. Plant your feet. Get your wrists higher than your elbows, and you're going to press. Press. Okay? If you have your wrists lower than your elbows, then this cable is going to go up against your arms, and I don't want to ruin my shirt. Okay? So wrists higher than your elbows. Drive your elbows back. I'm going to get you to come to the side here, AJ, so you can see what's going on here. So do you see how my wrists are higher than my elbows? This way when I press it forward, it just clears the shoulders, and I'm able to effectively work my chest. When you're done, bring your elbows down to your side, just like you did with the dumbbells. Walk yourself back. Don't just give up and make that noise. I want you to here, chest press, turn it in, and then ease yourself into it. Because otherwise you might go flinging back into that machine, or worse, I don't know, and you might break the machine. So that's how to effectively use the cable machines, guys. We'll see you at next workout.